Let me show you what happened when my triggers got activated this morning and what I did to try and get through it real time. We're in the kids' room getting ready for kindergarten. And my son's got some new shorts. He loves them. He's saying, "Mama, look how cool they are." And my daughter grabs the shorts, throws them over her shoulder across the room. My son was shocked. He wasn't crying, but he was confused. And my first trigger went off. Disrespect towards your brother. I hate this. I asked Zizi to pick him up. She's like, "No," right? And then that made me even more angry. I said, "No, Zizi needs to make this right and it's rude." So my second trigger goes off. She's not listening. She's defiant. She runs over to her bed. She throws herself down on the ground, facing the pillow, and starts screaming. And I'm like, what? Boom, I feel it. I'm going out of control. I noticed that my words weren't working. I was able to see my emotions at that moment, analyze them, and say, I need to get out of here. So I asked my daughter, "Look, Z, can you meet me in the living room? I'm heading over there." So I left the room, sat there for about 5 minutes. She didn't come. Started to get a little bit more angry. I hear my wife in the background telling my daughter, "Look, go see your dad. He called you." She's like, "Nah." Then my third trigger goes off. I realized that I feel like my father. He used to send us to get a belt or something and come back and whip us, right? So my daughter finally comes in. I don't say anything. And she's looking at me and I look at her and then we look away and it's really awkward. I realize at this moment, when I'm mad, I don't want to back down. I don't want to give in. I don't want to be emotional. I don't want to be compassionate. Where this comes from is a totally different thing. But this is all very clear to me. I'm just watching these thoughts and emotions come through. And the breakthrough happened when I realized, okay, I can make a different decision. I can choose to give her a hug. And so I did that, pulled her close, and she just melted in my arms. She put her head into my chest and I said, "What's going on?" And she initially said something about her mother, which was leading me in a different direction. So I tried a tactic and I said to her, "You threw your brother's pants because you don't like your brother." She said, "No, I threw it because I wanted a pair of those shorts too." I said, "Ah." And this is where it hit me. I was paying attention to her behavior and not her needs. She was jealous and unskilled about jealousy in that moment. And that's why she acted like this. I mean, I explained the concept to her. I explained what it is. I told her that I get jealous too and that it's totally normal, but we can actually do other things when we feel like that. We talked through the solutions and we wrapped this up in such a beautiful way is that she learned about what she can do in these moments. And I learned also how much I really pay attention to behaviors and how much I should be paying more attention to need. The reason why I wanted to explain this is because I get some feedback from parents that how do you use this and how does it actually work? And so I just wanted to give an example of how I go through it, right? And how often it happens. 1, 2, 3, 4 different triggers that happen within the space of like 10 minutes. And that's really it. Going from your emotional experience and awareness to the separation